Alright, what is up guys? Here with another video. Have an update for you guys. I know a couple videos ago you saw me break this in half, and the reason for that, if you didn't catch it, is there were some defects in this piece that I got from QB Speed. So in order to get a replacement, they asked me to break it in half, which I explained in the other video and you saw me snap this. And pretty surprisingly, it got here pretty quickly, the replacement. So I've already took it out of the box. I wanted to check it out prior to putting this on film, just to make sure everything was okay. Just because I would hate to open it up to find that there's more defects and anything like that. So I just wanted to look through it real quick and just make sure it's okay. Because I'm not here to bash any companies or anything like that. I just wanted to make sure it was good before I jumped on camera. So got the replacement, and luckily enough, it's in perfect shape. There's no defects anywhere. There's no scratches or anything like that, which I'm really happy about. So I figured I would show you guys kind of what it should have looked like from the first place. And then I'm going to go install it on the car. I'm not going to make it two videos because basically you've already seen this part and I want to get this on the car, so I figured kind of do a 2-for-1 and kind of unbox it and then put it on the car for you guys. So as you can see, pretty nice piece, much nicer than the first one. Let's get this out of the way. As you can see, it's, kind of hard to see it on camera, but it's absolutely perfect. I took a solid 5 or 10 minutes just looking at every little spec, every little part of it, and make sure it's up to my part, up to my standard that I kind of put for everything that I put on my car. I want to make sure that if I'm putting the money out for it, I want to make sure that it's worth it and it's exactly what I wanted. So, and this one right here was pretty nice, but as you saw in the other video, there was just some issues with it. There was some pitting in the carbon fiber, there were scratches, or a scratch I should say. The finish was really hazy in some spots. It didn't look that great. So I'm really happy with QB Speed's customer service. I dealt with, I think her name is Maddie, or Madison, Maddie I think. Oh no, I'm sorry, it was Chelsea. So thumbs up to Chelsea, she was awesome. She basically said, snap this and I'll send you out a new one. And within about an hour or so of me showing her the broken piece, she got a new one sent out. And I believe that was on, today's Monday, I believe that was on Thursday or Friday. So this got to me within a couple days, which is awesome. I was actually expected to be here on Wednesday, and I kind of was surprised to hear when my wife said that this showed up in the mail today. Let's get to installs on the car. I don't know if you can tell, but it's been raining today in New Jersey. And the car is wet, so I got to dry the area off, and I'm going to do the basic kind of prepping the area like I did last time. I'm going to do some isopropyl alcohol, some detail spray, as well as Geon prep, and then I'm going to tape this up with the supply tape. I do have thicker 3M tape, so I don't know, we'll see how that one goes. I've heard that one, the one that they supply you with, isn't that great, which is this right here. I believe it is 3M. I think. I don't know, I can't tell. It looks like it, but it's pretty skinny. Yeah, I believe this is pretty much the same one, but mine's a little bit wider, so I might use some of that as well to kind of give me some added reassurance. But I'll go over just how you should tape it, and kind of explain why I'm putting the tape in certain places and doing certain things. But let me dry off the car and get it ready, and then we'll get to installing this. I'm just doing a quick clay bar just to make sure any of the I don't have a coating on the glass or anything, but I do use bead maker on here, so I just want to make sure anything that I use on the paint and the glass is completely off the car, to make sure the tape sticks really well. I've already did the isopropyl alcohol. I use some Geon prep. Now I'm just doing a quick clay in the area with nothing on it, but I just want to be sure. I'm just going to use some Geon prep. And just wipe it down real quick. Make sure it's totally dry. Usually everything that you install, prep is the most important part. You want to make sure whatever it is that you're doing, you're starting off with a clean slate, or you're doing it, you have the right tools and everything to make sure that you do the install right. A lot of times people say, oh, this fell off, or this tape isn't holding or anything, and then people ask, well, did you prep the area? And they say no. And that's the reason why. I mean, that's with anything. You gotta make sure you prep the area really well, and then you'll be set. So this is prepped. I'm gonna make sure it's really dry before I get it on the car, but I'm gonna get the tape set up on the spoiler. I'll show you exactly how I'm doing that, and then we can get this on the car. All right, same thing, just like I did the glass. I want to make sure the spoiler is actually prepped as well, because you never know what's on here. So I'm going to spray some Geon Prep to make sure all the oils or anything that could be on here is completely clean, just so you get good adhesion for the double-sided tape. I also noticed the bottom, this side, compared to the broken one, is much different. This one's kind of glossy, or shiny, which I wasn't crazy about. I mean, obviously you don't see this, but I don't know. You can tell because there's something on here. I was afraid that the tape on here wouldn't hold as well. You can tell this one's a little bit more of a matte finish, so doesn't appear to have any clear coat or anything on it. So this is going to stick much better, at least in my opinion. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put the tape on. Basically, I'm going to put strips on the corners on the outside, but I'm going to leave some gaps, just so if water does get in here, it leaks in here, it won't stay trapped. It'll have some, I guess, little pathways for it to leak out, so no water stays under here. I guess if you did a pretty tight seal, it would be impossible for water to get in, but I just want to be certain, and I'm going to put enough on here that I'm not going to be afraid that it's going to fall off. And like I said, I have some thicker double-sided 3M tape I might put in the middle or something to make it extra strong. So basically, I'm going to start on this side. Just got to cut a little piece off real quick. Alright, I'm gonna kind of line that up. So you get the drift. I'm just kind of going along an imaginary line here. I'm putting it a little bit. I'm not putting it right up against the edge. I'm leaving a little space so you don't see the tape when you install it. I'm then right about in the middle, like right here. Just got to leave a little gap, as I said, for any wood or anything. I'm just going to continue on. I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. See, I got pretty even. I left some holes right down the middle, so if the water does get in it, it can just stream right out. I don't think water is going to get anywhere else, just because I didn't leave any gaps or anything like that. But yeah, now I got to figure out. There is a little bit of a, I guess, the water channel on the window of rubber. So I'll show you in a little bit, but I'm kind of trying to decide if I want to put it up right against the roof line or put it down a little bit so the rubber channel is kind of open. I mean, it looks better when you push it up against the roof, but I'm not sure how it's gonna. I think it'll be all right if I do that, which I probably end up doing. But we'll see. I'll show you what I mean in a second. You can see right here, there's a little bit like a rubber seal around the window. So I'm not sure. I'm trying to decide if I should put the spoiler right up against here or kind of put it down a little bit. I think I'm going to put it against the roof line just because it looks better and the gap kind of makes it look weird. It should be interesting. I think it'll be all right, but I just wanted to point that out just in case anybody else is curious about how to install it. So, I'm going to install it. I'm going to kind of put it up to the window first just to make sure it's where I want it. Then I'm going to start pulling off the tape, and I'm just going to, it's kind of hard. It lines up really, really well. So there's no guesswork as to where it should go or anything. The bevel, the curves and everything fit the window really nice. So that's pretty cool. You know, with this, you kind of had the line thing, or sorry, the gurney flap over here, you had to make sure it was lined up and even on each side. There is a little bit of play, but as long as you match it up to the edge of the window, you're good. I think what I'm gonna do is stick one side down just a little bit, just so I can line it up on the other side. I think I am gonna bump it down a little bit. So, you know, it's not right up against the roof line. All right, I'm gonna end up peeling this tape off, and then I'll get back to you once I'm ready to get it on the car. Ready to get it on the car. I got all the tape off. Usually I would leave the red side on and then kind of peel it as I go. But this one's a little tough. It would probably be better if you had two people just so you can line it up. I'm just gonna lightly place kind of where I want it before I push it down. Like I said, this lines up pretty well, so I'm not too worried about it. So that looks like it's lined up pretty well there. Over here, wow, yeah. I don't even think I need to adjust it. Maybe a little over more. Open up a little more. Right there. And go to the other side, make sure. Yeah. That looks good. Just make sure on this side one more time. Like I said, this would probably be much easier with two people. But this looks good, so I'm gonna go ahead and push it down. Obviously you don't want to push too hard because it's on glass, and that would just make this a really bad day. But you know, just put some pressure on it. Make sure everything, all the tape that you put on is sticking, and if it kind of pops up a little bit, hold it there for a sec. And it'll stay down. Step up over here. Seems to be popping right there, but just put some pressure. Still popping there. I'm gonna get the heat gun so I can heat it up a little bit so it softens up, and then I'll be able to have it stick a little better in those specific spots. But I mean, that's pretty much it. Take a quick look. I mean, see, you can kind of tell I left a little gap right there, just so the rain channel kind of catches the water. There it is from the back. And there's that side as well. I'm going to clean everything up when I'm done, but that's pretty much it. I'm happy with Super Speed's customer service, just with dealing with all, you know, the issue that I did have and how well they kind of handled it. You know, I wasn't crazy about breaking that other piece over there, but you know, I have a good piece now. Everything looks great. I'm really happy with it, and Kind of matches all the other carbon fiber that I did the other day. Hey guys, before I close out the video, sorry this one's on my phone. I had to swap over. My battery died on my camera. That's a noob YouTuber move right there. I thought it was charged, but it wasn't. I just wanted to update you guys. I ended up doing a quick polish on it. I used Sonex Perfect Finish, and then I put some P21S wax on it. Usually I use Colonite 845 for my wax, but usually I like doing that when the car is completely clean and corrected and everything. I just did something quick. P21S is also a great alternative. It really has some really nice characteristics of it. So I just put that on because I wanted to keep it protected, keep it safe during the winter, because I'm probably not going to get a chance to detail the car and do the ceramic coating until the spring. Who knows, maybe I'll have some time. But just wanted to show you, I used some Sonex Perfect Finish on it to make sure had a nice slick finish. There was no any hazing or anything like that, just from handling it. And then I threw some wax on just to protect it, and it looks awesome. Really happy with it. I think it looks really good. Kind of ties everything in, like with the gurney flap here. Sorry, it's wet. And I also did from the other video, I got that a while ago, and I also have the carbon exhaust finishes there. Figured I'll just update you guys because I kind of just left it not totally finished, and I wanted to show how nice the gloss was and everything. And yeah, as you can see here, I left a little bit of the gap, so the rain channel, just so any rain goes in there and down as opposed to going straight into the spoiler. But the sucker's on really good. It's not going absolutely anywhere, so I'm not concerned about that. But yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Any questions you have, just ask them below. I do have some videos coming up, so be sure to check them out. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks.